Hello there. My name is Patrick Ridlon. I'm a mixed kid. It's something I'm very proud of, and I grew up in a military family. It's a physical aspect of me that helped me learn a lot of diverse culture. I've adapted it easily through life, and I've had to deal with a little bit of racism from both sides. I like it because I think of myself as being very unique. I am comprised of an Irish, African, Native American, and British heritage. My mom's side of my family, they're from the lower income parts of Chicago, and my dad's side of the family is from the lower income parts of Maine. I've had to move a lot being in the military. I've lived in several different states, including California, Maine, Massachusetts, North Carolina, Virginia, Chicago, Illinois, Missouri. I've had to come up with a lot of new friends. I had to switch schools a lot, but I believe me being mixed has helped me a lot with having to make new friends and adapt very easily to my surroundings. Kind of what I would like to call myself as a human chameleon. In life, further, I've had a couple of jobs that being mixed has also helped me to improve my customer service skills. Being able to have to adapt and change so quickly throughout the years, I've learned how to talk to people great, excellent customer service skills, and people get along. To kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about, when I was 9 years old, I lived in a town called Bridgeton, Maine. Now, Bridgeton, Maine was a very, very country town. Probably about 95% white people, and that's it. I listened to a lot of country music. I hung outdoors all day, didn't watch TV, we didn't have cable. Outside nature was the thing to do. I even had a mullet. A big old mullet grown into a rat's tail. Wasn't very impressive at all. But my parents had to change stations, so we had to move to Boston. Now, when I moved to Boston, total culture shock for a night. Anybody in my position, after living in Maine during your remembering years and having to move to Boston, it'll affect you in some ways. White was no longer prominent in the classrooms and in the schools. Boston was much more diverse. We had a lot of Irish, Italians, Jamaicans, Dominicans, all kinds of races, Spanish people, Puerto Ricans. When I arrived in school, I figured that people wouldn't accept me. I looked different than people, but actually it didn't. It was a lot different than me. They perceived me as however they wanted to perceive me. White kids perceived me as white with a tan. Black kids perceived me as black. Even Spanish even thought I was Spanish. Well, I wasn't. So I kind of got along with everybody, and nobody really gave me a bunch of stuff or a bunch of gripes about who I am. So I got to mix, mingle, made friends real quick, and grew up in a nice lifestyle. But being mixed, there was a lot of pros. There was also a lot of drawbacks. I've also had to deal with racism ever since I was little till still now, even some days. When I was little, my mom's family, I lived in Chicago, they used to send me to school wearing a Martin Luther King backpack and used to remind me every single day that I was black. I didn't really understand it at the time, but when I look back now, it's kind of racist against white people. And I had some people on my dad's side of the family that would complain about him marrying a black woman. They didn't really understand it. It was something they didn't ever have to deal with. Um, I remember growing up, sometimes I just walking down the street, just ignorant people would come by and drive by and call me the N word. I would just look at them and be like, these people are stupid. Like, why are they calling me this word? So I had to deal with some of that during my life from both sides. I've even been called Mexican slurs and Spanish slurs, even though that's no part of me whatsoever. But growing up and having to deal with this stuff, you realize how stupid it is, and it makes you a better person. Kind of having to go through the rough times and then come out with a better understanding of people. When people perceive me like that, it's just the physical aspects. I know deep down inside that I'm a good person, no matter what they look at me and they judge who I am because a lot of people they don't really know what I am, so they come up in their own minds to whether Filipino or whatever. But I believe being exposed to these diverse cultures has made me a better person in my time. And Anybody can judge you by the color of your skin, but I'm a prime example of that. I can be anything you guys want me to be. It's not the color of my skin that makes me so awesome, but it's me, myself, and my personality.